Welcome to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. Most people don't fail because they are incapable. They fail because they convince themselves that tomorrow is a better day to start. Jim Rohn once said, "Failure is not a single event. It is a few errors in judgment, repeated every day." Think about that. People don't fall overnight, they drift. They slowly surrender their dreams through delay, doubt, excuses, and comfort. Why do most people fail? It's not the lack of opportunity. It's the lack of responsibility. The moment you blame circumstances, people, or luck, you give away your power. Jim said, "You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself." Most people never do that. They want change without changing. Some people fail because they wait for motivation to appear before taking action. They think success is a feeling, when in truth, success is a decision. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. The unsuccessful wait to feel ready, and readiness never comes, because fear keeps whispering excuses into their minds. Another reason people fail is because they don't value time. Jim Rohn said, "Either you run the day or the day runs you." Most people wake up with no plan, no targets, no urgency. They let distractions lead the way: social media, gossip, pointless scrolling, meaningless entertainment. They consume, but they don't create. And one day becomes 1 year, and 1 year becomes a decade of regret. Failure often begins with a weak mindset. The unsuccessful believe that success is luck, not preparation. They see successful people and assume they had advantages. But Jim said, success is something you attract by the person you become. When you don't invest in your mind, you stay trapped in limitations. You can't grow income, confidence, or opportunities with the same thinking that created your problems. Most people also fail because they don't follow through. They start with excitement and quit at discomfort. The gym feels hard, so they skip it. The book feels long, so they stop reading. The business feels slow, so they give up. Jim said, "Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built." Lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure. People don't lose because they tried. They lose because they stop trying. Then there's environment. You cannot rise while surrounded by negativity. Jim said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Most people stay around complainers, doubters, gossipers, and quitters, and they slowly absorb that energy. They don't realize that failure is contagious, so is success, but only if you choose better company. Another silent killer of success is excuses. "I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't know how." These statements don't describe reality, they create it. Jim said, "If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse." Excuses feel safe, but they destroy futures. They make you comfortable with losing. People also fail because they don't learn. Formal education ends for them after school, and so does growth. Jim believed that self-education is the secret to wealth and wisdom. Most people don't read, don't study, don't listen to mentors, and then wonder why nothing changes. Growth is a choice, and so is ignorance. Fear is another reason they fail. Fear of judgment, fear of risk, fear of rejection. They choose the pain of staying the same over the risk of becoming more. Jim said, "We must all suffer one of 2 things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One pain lasts minutes. The other lasts a lifetime. And then there's comfort. Comfort is a silent trap. It convinces you that average is acceptable, that effort is optional, that dreams are unrealistic. People settle for a life they don't love because the thought of struggle scares them more than the reality of settling. But nothing great was ever built in the comfort zone. Jim Rohn believed that failure is not final, it's feedback. But most people never use it. They fail once and stop. They treat failure as a wall instead of a lesson. Successful people fail and adjust. Unsuccessful people fail and quit. The difference is not intelligence, it is persistence. Most people also fail because they underestimate consistency. They think one workout will change their body, one idea will change their bank account, one day of reading will change their mind. But success is invisible at first. It grows in silence. The ones who win keep going long after the excitement fades. Jim taught that your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. If you want things to improve, you must improve. If you want life to give you more, you must become more. Failure is not assigned to you, it's accepted by you when you refuse to grow. Right now, ask yourself, are you failing because you can't, or because you won't? Because the truth is, most people fail long before the world ever sees it. They fail in their habits, their thoughts, their consistency, their circles, their beliefs. And then they call it fate. But the good news is this: failure is only permanent when you surrender. The moment you decide to rise, learn, and act with intention, you break the cycle. Jim Rohn's wisdom lives because it speaks truth. Your life is your responsibility. Your results are your reflection. Your success is your decision. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for confidence. Start now. Build discipline. Surround yourself with ambition. Learn daily. Remove excuses. Master your time. And remember, the only real failure is choosing not to try. If you're ready to transform, this isn't just motivation, it's a challenge. Your future is listening to your actions today. Make sure it hears strength, effort, and belief.